Hey guys, so today I wanted to show you a little tip and a trick for downward dog. So I get a lot of people asking, how do I get my heels closer to the mat in downward dog? I did have a yoga teacher once say it might never happen in your lifetime, so okay, that could be true for you. But let's go through a couple tips and a couple tricks about downward dog, okay? So to get into downward dog, you can come from standing, you can do it any way you want, but we'll just go in it together. So you'll notice that my feet are underneath my hips and my hands are underneath my shoulders right now. My fingers are spread wide. I'm not quite in downward dog yet. But then when I send my hips back and I look at my belly, this is downward dog. I see a lot of students who are doing this who have a lot of weight forward and their neck is really activated. I even see students with their fingers together. Remember, fingers are wide. And you send your hips to the back. If you need to bend your knees, that's okay. It really is. See how my back stays nice and straight? The problem is when you're keeping your back curved and when you're putting too much weight forward. That's the problem. So the correct way, remember, even if your knees are bent, is to have all of your energy being sent backwards and your belly button is where you're going to look, right here at your belly. Okay, so the tip. So most students and teachers will tell you just to go ahead and lift your heels up and down. That's great. That's good for opening up the back. But I found something really useful. A good exercise to get the heels closer is actually to reach and touch your opposite hand to the opposite foot. I found that really encouraged a lot of movement, a lot of oxygen and a lot of activity to come down here through the back of my legs. So I found that doing that every day as part of my workout and yoga routine, or just making sure I'm doing it a few times a day, it really will help you get your heels closer to the mat. So even just being in the correct position, even if you're bending your knees, right, that's going to help your body draw the heels closer to the mat. And remember that since it's the hamstrings that are likely too tight, it's the back of the legs that are prohibiting, and the Achilles maybe even, that's prohibiting the heels from getting all the way down. Any forward folds you're going to be doing will also be really useful because the forward folds are going to help you straighten your hamstring bone. So if you want to hang in ragdoll, ragdoll is when your feet are apart, you're grabbing your elbows and you hang heavy. Or if you want Padangustasana, where you make hooks out of your fingers, grab your big toes and pull your weight forward like this. See, my knees are still a little bent. That's okay. There's no obsession with straight legs because that can cause hypertension. Or Padahastasana, where you slip the hands all the way underneath, making sure the whole wrist is on the ground. Yep, that's good too for the hamstrings. My knees are still a little bent. That's okay. And then you can come up slowly. So if you're working on your downward dog, remember I said touch the opposite hand to the opposite foot, bicycle the heels, and then work on your forward folds. I think you'll see a lot of progress. So good luck with your downward dog. If you have any tips or tricks yourself that you'd like to share with me, I'm all ears. Go ahead and send me an email, wildyogatribe@gmail.com, or I'll see you on my blog, wildyogatribe.com.